That was a bust. This was very nearly a disaster. Could easily have been a fire. 10 degrees in the van this morning. South Australia is cold. Trying to get the heater turned on. So an E4 is a fuel pump error most likely, which makes sense because it's kicking in as soon as the fuel pump tries to start. So it might be we need to replace the fuel pump. I'm not hearing it tick at all. I'm going to try unplugging it and plugging it back in just to see whether that helps. But if that doesn't help, it's going to be a replacement fuel pump. I'm pretty sure it's the pump. I guess that'll teach me not to test the diesel heat in preparation for a trip. But not really anything I can do about that until I can get a replacement pump. Day 6 begins. We've had a cold, nice but cold night here at Apilla Springs, and we're not entirely sure where we're headed today, apart from we'll end the day in Victoria somewhere. So we're just starting the day with heading in a direction, and we'll see where we end up. Looks like a nice new bridge.
What?
I said it looks like a nice new bridge.
Yeah, well, there was a thing back there that said advance notice, bridge works commencing January 2025.
Melanie just said there was the sign said advance notice, bridge works commencing January 2025. Yeah, that would explain why there's a nice new bridge.
Take the next right
We
on
still
Bed
need to
Street,
buy milk.
Highway.
Yeah,
Continue on
you
B78
can get it today if you want, or another day, tomorrow. This is Jamestown, just a quaint little South Australian town.
Rough roads. Buy a pub.
Cows. So ironically, we stopped, we're in the Riverina area of South Australia now. We stopped at the quarantine bin on the way in because this is a fruit fly exclusion zone, and we had some garlic which we thought we'd better get rid of. So we threw that away at the fruit fly exclusion zone quarantine bin and collected a bunch of fruit flies that were all hanging around the bin, and they've made their way into the van. So we've had to fumigate the van, and we're just waiting for it to be safe to open the doors again. And we just stopped at this lookout in Morgan. Now we have a bunch of fruit fly carcasses lying around. Clean that up and have some coffee. Well, we're getting towards the end of day 6. Put in a long day today because we want to make tomorrow our last day shorter. And we've just taken the decision to stop at a roadhouse, get some hot chips to go with our chili con carne,
Take the next right towards
Does
Calder
not
Highway,
look like a...
A79, then turn left onto Calder Highway.
Is this open? Doesn't look open.
Doesn't look promising. All right, well, they are a going concern, but they're also closed for the day because there's been no one around. However, they did say 20 minutes down the road here, we should be able to get some chips
At the roundabout,
at town.
stay on Calder Highway.
So I don't even know what town it is, but that's where we're going.
Some time later.
So Uyen, that was a bust. Everything's either closed or temporarily or permanently or whatever. Apart from there is a hotel, they do chips, but not till 6 o'clock. We're going to Nandali Traveller's Rest, where we stayed a night last year on the way down. And there's a community hotel across the road from there. And I rang them and they do chips and they do them for takeaway, so we're going to get our chips to go with our chili con carne. So, got to take the small wins. It's getting to the time of day when it's best to be done with driving anyway. Well, day 7 begins. Getting on the road a little bit earlier than we have been. It's just going to be a shorter day today. We've only got a bit over 400 k's to Melbourne. A bit over 400 k's to our destination in southeast Melbourne, actually. So hopefully a shorter day. That's the plan. I had a bit of a crisis last night. I'll talk about that later. Anyway,
Happy
on
days.
the road.
Grand final parade day.
It is.
Goodness knows.
It's grand final.
What
Not
that
the
will
grand
be.
final of public holiday day.
Yeah.
Just stopped in a little town on the Hume Highway called Wedderburn. Found this cool little community garden to stretch our legs in. Oh, it's got a throne for Melanie. Nearly there. It's been a long journey, in some ways a little more eventful than we would have liked, but nearly there. Well, it turns out that neither of us particularly have missed Melbourne traffic. Oh dear. The amount of tailgating and just aggressive driving we've seen, and we're not even all that close to Melbourne yet.
Scary. I hate it. Do not miss it at all.
For our Darwin friends who complain about traffic, this is coming through Melbourne on a good day. Well, we're about to make our last fuel stop of the trip down. The place where we're staying is just up the road here. And we'll fill up and see how much fuel we've used.
I'm gonna need a jumper.
You are going to need a jumper, it is cold. Well, that was 82 litres, $143 worth of fuel. I think our best fuel economy for a tank in the whole trip.
Maybe we'll just eat takeaways every
Pardon?
night. Maybe we'll just eat restaurant food every night. Takeaways. Don't have to figure out what to buy.
We've been talking about what we're going to eat while we're here and trying to come up with some kind of a menu for the nights that aren't accounted for. Chili and Chive just back up the road there was very nice.
That's what made me think of it.
One of our favourite Thai restaurants. Well, there's Thai at Officer is also very good.
Some time later.
So this was very nearly a disaster. Last night I was sitting on the couch just below here working away on my computer and noticed the internet dropped out. And the fridge and the Starlink were both running through this fuse block here. So this is the switch panel, which belongs up here. And I've never been 100% happy with this. I really don't like this style of fuse block. Not a fan of them. And what I think has happened here is that the resistance in the join has gradually increased to the point where the joint started to heat up. As the joint heats up, that increases the resistance, which creates more heat, more resistance, and so on. Could easily have been a fire. I noticed that the internet dropped out because Starlink must have not had enough voltage, and it dropped out and then rebooted. And in investigating that, I realized that it wasn't the power supply for the Starlink that was the issue, that it wasn't actually getting enough voltage. And so then I pulled this panel off to have a look, figure out what was going on. Really could have been nasty. So pleased that it happened while I was sitting here to notice what was going on, because it could have happened while we were asleep, and it could have caught fire. Obviously it's not a sustainable thing in the future, so I have a plan to do away with these fuse blocks altogether, and fuse this wiring in a safer, more adequate way. And what I plan to do is actually fuse each switch individually. So if one fuse pops, it only takes out the one circuit that's on that switch. Got some parts coming, and I'll get into that. That's going to be a matter of priority. At the moment, I'm having to change connections around to get things working as we need them. So right now I'm going to change some connections around so that we can use the hot water system. Got to say, yay for our mains pressure water inlet, because at the moment with the electrical issues, the fresh pump is not actually wired. So I'm filling the sink and doing some dishes. Exciting stuff. Melanie's gone off to our hen's party for our daughter who's getting married. It's time to restock the pantry, so I've been to the grocery store. Here's the coffee Melanie put on the list. I think she's trying to tell me something. Okay, with the groceries put away, it's time to get sorted out to head to our daughter's place. Probably be safe to leave this here, but it would also be extremely inconvenient if it disappeared during the day and we get back this evening and it's not here. So rather than have the inconvenience of it not being here, I'm just packing it up, putting it in the van. I've just decided while I'm messing around with this stuff, this filter's probably end of life, so just gonna chuck a new one in. Have another spare after this. Looks good in there. Right. Go back on its holder for now. That can go in the bin. And true to form, today the reversing camera has decided to work. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And we'll see you next time. Until then, be kind. See ya.